Hey, my name is Johan and I work here at Noodle. This is the first video in which we'll introduce you to Noodle and build an application from scratch. We're going to build a fully functional to-do list web application in about an hour's time total, so please follow along in your copy of Noodle and build your own version as we go. And remember, you can always pause the video and jump back or skip forward to different chapters. This is what we will have once we're finished with our application. It will be a fully functional to-do list that you can run in any browser on any device. In this video, we're going to focus on doing a little bit of preparation work and setup for our application, so let's get started. Before we start building the application, let's have a quick look at the different screens that our designer has created in Figma. This is the design that we will implement and make functional in Noodle. Okay, so here we are in a completely empty Noodle workspace. Let's start by creating a new project. We'll give it an appropriate name, and we're going to select the cloud storage option. A project that is created with this cloud storage option will be stored in the Noodle cloud, and it enables you to collaborate and share the project with other team members. If you choose the local storage option, the project will be saved in a folder on your computer, and you won't be able to actually collaborate with a team. Now we have a new project in Noodle. Let's quickly talk about the main views inside of the tool. In the component canvas, you can see all components that you have in a specific sheet. Sheets are a way to help you organize components in a project. On the left here, we have this contextual panel that currently shows you all the components that are in the default sheet. I only have one component in this sheet right now, the app component, which will be the root of our application, but soon we'll add more components. The preview window is a live running version of our project, but for now we're going to close that. I'm also going to remove these text nodes by selecting them and hitting the delete button. Next, I want to import a few modules that I know I want to use in this project. Let's click on the library button over here and find what we're looking for. There's a module with a simple design system that I want to use for some things, and then I want this user management module in order to handle account creation and logins to my app. Our application is going to have 3 pages: a create account page, the login page, and the to-do list page. Let's create a component for each of these. Let's click the plus button here and then choose Visual Component and give it a name. Next, let's move it to a good place in the component canvas and resize it a bit. If I select a node in the node editor down here, the left panel will show you that node's properties. Let's repeat the process for our 2 remaining pages. Let's give them a name. And also, we're going to go in and select the group here and change the background for it. In the component view, you can see all of the visual changes that you're making. So as we're changing the background, you can see that the components are updating in the component view. In Noodle, you don't have to specify an exact width or height of your components. They're built to be responsive from the start. I also have a font file I want to import to Noodle. And to do that, I'm just going to drop the files right here on the node editor, and now they're a part of my project. This works for any file type you want to import, so things like images and GIFs, for example, you would also just drop right here in the node editor. Let's talk about the app component for a second. This component will be the container for all the other pages in my app, and it's also here that I want to be able to navigate between the pages. In order to do the navigation, we need to add a navigation stack node and set it up. Right-click anywhere on your node canvas. When you hover over a node, you can see the documentation for it next to it. Here you can start typing the name of the node you're looking for, or just scroll to see all the nodes that are available in your project. I'm dragging and dropping the navigation stack on the group to place it in the node tree. We need to tell the navigation stack which components it should be able to navigate between, so we add that by clicking here. We will have 3 pages that we can navigate between, so we click the plus sign 3 times and give them each a name. Next, we need to associate a specific component to each page, so we choose the components we created earlier. Have a look at the Noodle documentation to dig deeper into the navigation stack node. So far, we've created our new project, added components for the 3 pages we have in our application, and imported modules, images, and fonts. We're well prepared to build the login and create account capabilities, which we are going to address in the next video. Thanks for watching, and please join us on our Discord server and share your Noodle journey with our growing community.